Louder Than Life 2024. It's going to wrap up later tonight, but I'm sitting with Project MishraM. How are you guys?
Yeah, really good. Really good.
Yeah. But a little tired. It's getting later in the day, and you guys were setting up early. It was still pretty muddy over there.
It was muddy from last night. It was raining all of last week, and we were very, very glad that there's no rain today, and it was slushy, but it was great. A lot of fun.
And mosh pit at your show?
Yes, we had a couple of mosh pits at the show.
It's so great to have you guys here. Like, there's a lot of similar music going on here, and you guys bring a flair from India and just throw some kick drums in there, but there's like jazz. There's so much going on with your music. I've listened to your album, Misa.
Our album, we launched in 2021. Like you said, it's like a mishmash of every genre you can imagine. We don't hold back.
And there's 7 of you in the band. So when you got together, you all went or are still going to Berklee College of Music?
Not all of us. Pragan goes to Berklee or graduated from Berklee. Shivaraj studies Berklee, and so does Oliver. But we originally met in undergrad in Bangalore. We all studied engineering in India.
Okay.
And that's how we met.
And so you're all on different instruments.
Yeah.
So did you guys originally like grow up playing your instrument, or did you decide to start a band and needed someone on certain instruments? Like, how did this all happen?
Well, we've all had some extent of Indian classical training. Like Sumant had some lessons in vocals. I had some in percussions, and it's a thing in India. Like, you're highly likely to find at least some amount of time spent studying Indian classical music as a kid. So that's what we did. But Sumant and myself, we started playing guitar and bass at the age of around 14, 15.
Okay.
But yeah, Shivaraj, who sings for us, Sanath, who plays drums and mridangam, Pranav Sarup and Anirudh, who play violin and flute, they've been playing their instruments since they were really, really small.
And so obviously there's some heavy metal influence. The music from India is so beautiful, and the instrumentation is so calming. And then you would think the two mashed up together would be like oil and water, but you guys pull it off. It is so cool to like have something so different here, but it's like to be introduced to you guys, because this is the first time I've seen you, it's really cool for this festival.
Yeah, you're exactly right. We are very rooted in Indian classical music because we've had a lot of growing up with it. But as we grew up, we got introduced to metal and jazz and EDM and dubstep and whatnot. Like, we grew up listening to Metallica, Maiden, that kind of stuff. Dream Theater, Periphery, Tesseract, a lot of progressive music. And as we grew older, we realized that there's a lot of similarity in the complexities of Indian classical music and a lot of heavy metal and progressive metal, and we wanted to bring that together. We with fervor and passion, we like both those genres separately, and so like bringing it together it felt very natural. So
then there's a couple songs that I feel like jazzy too. Like there's so much going on with your music. It's incredible.
Yeah.
So when you're writing and you're putting together this album, there's 7 of you. So are you all doing your part for your instrumentation, and then you're coming together, and like what's the process there?
Well, yes, we do write our individual parts, but we always start with a demo. Like, for example, for one of the songs, Tamasat, that we played today, Sumant wrote the entire intro of the song with drums, bass, guitars, and then we iterated over that bit by bit over a couple of months. We jammed out a lot of things. So we let things grow organically, but it usually starts with a really good demo or a riff that we play during a jam that just catches on.
Well, and you're adding sound effects and stuff. There's so many sounds. Like, I feel like it's more than 7 a lot of the time.
I know there's a lot of synths and like Foley stuff that we do. Like Ram said, some songs start with a demo, other songs start with a goal in mind. Like, we've never explored jazz or EDM or dubstep, and we're like, let's write a song that explores that genre a little bit. So we go in with that intent, and then we build around what does that genre sound like to us? Like, what do we like about it? Can we bring those parts out? What else can we add? What else did we wish we were hearing on jazz records? Or it's our perspective on that genre, and then we just do whatever.
And with there being 7 of you, is it hard to agree on what should go where and when things should kick in? Or
Yeah, like you told me a lot of stories about. So someone told me a lot of stories about like him and Shivraj, like kind of like being like, oh, whether a song should be like a certain thing, or there should be a certain like part over here, or it should be complicated or simple. So there's a lot of like things like that go on, right? But yeah, eventually it comes together.
I wouldn't say we're the most prolific band for how long we've been together, which is about 10 years.
Oh,
But
really?
Yeah.
maybe part of that is the fact that there are 7 of us and we all want to reach at least a certain amount of collective consensus before we proceed with certain things. Sometimes we do anyway, and some people aren't completely happy with that, and then they're one around later. There's all sorts of progressions to the way we end up writing, but
it's highly democratic. Like
Yeah.
we vote on everything. We painstakingly fine tooth comb over like all the music we write. We reject more ideas than we accept. There's a huge trash can of ideas that
You might want to keep that trash can.
I'm sure we will. But it's slow because of the fact that we're always trying to reach consensus, and we like that. We like that we are very particular about our music. We're in no rush to put out album after album. We want to do it well.
So is there anything coming in the near future for us to look forward to?
There are actually a couple of songs in the pipeline, at least a couple. There are many more that are kind of half written. But we're in the process of finishing up the recording for another song and hopefully another EP after that soon. So.
Well, it's been great to be introduced to your music. I know I speak for not only myself, but a lot of concert goers here, because this was a really cool experience. So it was great to meet you.
Thank you so much.
And thanks for taking the time with me.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.